GTA 6 is going to change the gaming industry forever with all of the insane technology that we're going to talk about in this video. Today we're diving deep into the most important patents that Take-Two has filed and kind of the clues that they give us for what to expect in GTA 6. So we're going beyond leaks and rumors. We have tangible, real, legal documents filed by the developers themselves that show us the future of not only GTA, but open world gaming. And trust me, it's looking revolutionary. So first off, why are we talking about patents? If you're unaware, companies like Take-Two Interactive, which is Rockstar's parent company, when they file a patent, it usually means that they've got some kind of new technology or system in some way, shape, or form that they either plan to implement in a game or they just want to protect from competitors. And sure, not every single patent makes it into a game, so take this all with a grain of salt, but in Rockstar's case, these line up pretty perfectly with what we already know about GTA 6 and their ambitions. So I'd say the chances are that most of these things we talk about in this video will make it into GTA 6's launch, so let's talk about them. One of the most buzzworthy patents is NPC behavior. We've seen natural enhancements in NPCs over the last half a decade. Some examples, the Unreal Engine 5, like the Matrix thing. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll put it up on the screen. But like the AI NPCs, you could have like real conversations with through like your voice chat, which was insane. And then a little bit more close to home, you have Red Dead Redemption 2. Those NPCs changed the game. We've never seen anything like that before, thanks to artificial intelligence pretty much. So the title of the actual patent that we're working with here is System and Method for Virtual Navigation in a Gaming Environment. It sounds a little bit all over the place, but it should basically outline a system where NPCs don't just follow set scripts or paths that they have, they actually make decisions in real time based on the environment. So imagine you're driving down Vice City in GTA 6, the traffic around you isn't just moving in predetermined patterns, NPC drivers might get impatient and take shortcuts or avoid accidents or even exhibit road rage, which would be perfectly on brand with what we know from Grand Theft Auto games. And it's not just driving, it's also walking too, but the patent description probably describes it much better than I can. It says, these NPCs can be programmed in an artificial intelligence manner such that their actions in the game are driven, at least in part, by real-time decisions made by the NPC algorithm regarding the current state of the game and the environment. So this patent covers how Rockstar could simulate thousands of different NPC behaviors in a split second all at once. It even adjusts based on the time of day, if you're driving, the road types, the vehicle capabilities. So an SUV and a sports car would handle, traffic differently, I guess. So this isn't just better AI, it's the kind of technology that could make the entire game feel more alive rather than just code. Next up is character animation. The official title of the patent is System and Method for Virtual Character Locomotion, which is a system that lets character animations blend together in real time. So this basically means that there's smoother transitions, more realistic movement, and contextual behavior instead of needing thousands of separate animations for one single situation. This system would build movements from smaller chunks or building blocks to just allow for a more realistic animation, basically. Let's say your character just got shot in the leg, and instead of triggering a single limp animation or something like that, the game dynamically builds that limp based on the wound location, your character's health, the terrain. You might limp differently on the stairs versus, the concrete or snow or sand. There's even more to this. Rockstar filed a patent for real-time animation retargeting. That means a single movement can work for all character models or body types, etc. So if there's a really tall NPC or even a child NPC, which is something that we saw from the second trailer, their animations won't feel stiff or necessarily copy and pasted. They'll move like actual people according to their body types. This tells us that Rockstar isn't just building a big world, they're trying to make it feel real. That's something I was worried about initially with the size of the map and the magnitude to what they're building. I thought almost they were going to be taking a quantity over quality type thing, but it seems like the quality is right there with it, so I should have known better than to doubt Rockstar. Now let's talk about one of the most mind-blowing things, one of the things I'm most excited for, which is AI generated interiors. This patent is titled System and Method for Game Object and Environment Generation. So it's basically like a system that can procedurally generate interiors based on simple descriptors. So if you have abandoned warehouse, dingy motel, suburban house, it'll be able to generate based on just that. Obviously, there's too many buildings or interiors to individually design everything. It's just not at all reasonable. I mean, in GTA 5, a very, very small percentage of the buildings that were there were actually explorable. But in GTA 6, we could be looking at a world where 70% of buildings have interiors. And they aren't just generic rooms, you know, they could actually reflect the building's story or purpose or neighborhood or something like that. Maybe not every 100 floor high rise building needs to have all 100 floors accessible. Maybe it's just a lobby or maybe a couple of floors, something like that. I think this would be very realistic. I mean, imagine you're walking down the street, you see a laundromat or a bar or like, I don't know, a convenience store, and you decide to go in. Like, that's a game changer. You know, in GTA 5, it's a very select few amount of locations you can actually step into. So regardless of if the locations have a function, at least they'll have a form that you can actually experience, you can immerse yourself in. Let's talk about online. GTA Online has been a complete goldmine for Rockstar. They've made more money than they know what to do with, and they're definitely leveling up for GTA 6. One patent talks about seamless session management, which is something that I'm absolutely ecstatic about. Probably my favorite patent on this list. I know I probably said that a couple of times now, but I think this is the one. This could mean saying goodbye to those absolutely awful loading screens when you're switching sessions. I remember all those times where I would get invited to an online server by my friends, and it would take me like 3 minutes to get past the loading screen, and they would all be making fun of me for my awful Wi-Fi, and it's honestly traumatic just sitting here talking about it. But this technology allows for players to merge in and out of sessions dynamically. And another related patent hints at a giant map split into smaller zones that load and unload depending on where players are. So this would allow for Rockstar to have insane player counts that we've never seen before on online servers without killing performance. And that was a problem specifically at the beginning of GTA Online. It sounds like they're describing like a living, breathing MMO layered on top of the GTA world, and honestly, if that works out, it might put every other open world multiplayer game to shame, and we could be absolutely getting spoiled here. There's also patents pointing to more dynamic combat systems. This would include advanced weapon handling, hand-to-hand combat, realistic recoil, physics-based impacts. Remember how in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you could shoot someone and their body would react differently based on where they got shot? I know that's also a feature now in Call of Duty games, and that kind of realism might be really amplified in GTA 6. Even things like cover mechanics, melee attacks, explosions, they're going to feel way more responsive and impactful. And this is an absolute must for me. As much as I love every part of GTA games, they're, some of my favorite, most complete games, but the combat is always one thing that just felt like an afterthought to me, and it's always been a little bit clunky. So I'm glad to see that they're actually taking steps towards making this a much more seamless experience. Now, there aren't any specific patents tied to this next feature, but I couldn't leave it out of the video, so you could think of this as kind of like an honorable mention. Weather systems that change dynamically and impact gameplay seem to be an absolute lock for GTA 6. I mean, there are so many signs that point to it. We have flood gauges, there's large puddles all around Vice City, there's palm tree branches on top of roofs, a sign that says Hurricane Roxy. It just feels like this will 100% be part of GTA 6, regardless of patents that have been filed. Also, it is the greater Miami area we're talking about here, and if Rockstar is really going for this complete immersion, like how some of the things we talked about in this video, it wouldn't be Miami without some crazy weather. If you mix this with the animations and NPC behavior systems we talked about, you get some insane possibilities that I can't help but get excited for. Like, imagine people running for cover when it starts raining, or NPC drivers slowing down during storms, or I don't know, your character slips on a wet surface. I don't know. This is crazy, man. I swear GTA 6 is about to feel more like real life than real life feels like real life. Rockstar is just creating a smarter, more believable world with each of these patents, and if they nail all of this, we're not just getting a new GTA, we're getting a new standard of what games can be in the future. I just can't wait, man. I'm so excited. Let me know what you guys are most excited for in GTA 6, and let me know if I missed anything in this video. Besides for that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.